Welcome back, this is Dreddeus with another quick and dirty rebuild in Madden 23. What is a quick and dirty rebuild? Well, basically I take a team and try to reach the Super Bowl with them and win the Super Bowl as quickly as possible while maintaining some sort of realism here. The team I'm picking now is the Buffalo Bills. You might ask yourself, why do they need a rebuild? Well, one thing that has been bothering me since I played Madden 23, they are doing terrible in each and every simulation. They always have super bad results in franchise mode. When you look at the team, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. We're gonna go into detail, and I think some things will be clear then. But when you look at the team as it stands right now, I see a lot of good players. I see a lot of sort of a hidden depth trait here with Kaiir, Elam. I see Jordan Poyer. I see Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano, Ed Oliver. I see Von Miller. I see AJ Penesa as a backup. So what could be the problem here, right? That is a big question. We're going to do a deep dive into the roster now. And I think some of the problems with this team, or some opportunities where we can rebuild the team, will become apparent pretty quickly. One of those problems certainly is not Josh Allen. He's a superstar X-Factor quarterback, 4th ranked in the game at the moment. Absolutely great, doing fantastic in real life. He's got a contract for a long time. So the quarterback certainly is not a position that is a problem. Case Keenum is the backup quarterback here. Not really think that I'm going to be needing him, but yeah, I like him. I know him from the All or Nothing series featuring the LA Rams on Amazon Prime. That was a fun series. It was the first year where the team moved to Los Angeles, and the first year or the season where at the end of the season Sean McVay joined. So that was a fun one. Next up, halfbacks, Devin Singletary. We've got James Cook, we've got Zach Moss, and we've got Dwayne Jones. This is a very, very good running back room. We've got 3 very young players, but very solid players. We've got Tywin Jones, who is a little bit older, but he's a mentor, so that works as well, in my opinion. The fullback is Reggie Gilliam, young as well, so that's fantastic. In the wide receiving core, we've got Stephon Diggs, who's one of the best wide receivers in the game, superstar X-Factor, 4th ranked wide receiver. This is absolutely brilliant. We've got Gabe Davis, 23 years old, 82 overall, fantastic. He's got a start F trait, and yeah, he's super young. He will be improving over time, so this is great. Jamison Crowder as a solid bridge player. Isaiah McKenzie as a solid player in there as well. Jake Kumaro, 30 years old, 70, don't really get this one. Khalil Shakir, a rookie, that's good. And Marcus Stevenson, who is injured, 24 and 69, that's a backup player in my book. Tight end is Dawson Knox. He's 25 years old, 84 rated at the moment. Tommy Sweeney behind him, 27-64. Quinton Morris, 23-61. And then Reed Ferguson, 28 and 37. Whatever did this guy do, we have to cut a player. We're going to cut this player quite instantly. He is never ever going to play for us. But we have a very good starting tight end. Very happy with this. Dawson Knox looking good. But then we have a very sharp drop off in quality. So if we've got an injury for Dawson Knox, this is going to be very, very bad. Left tackle Dion Dawkins, 28-83, that is solid. Tommy Doyle is injured behind him. Roger Saffold III, 34-80, that is a usable player for now. But then Ike Butker, 26-68, Justin Murray, 67 rated. This is a sharp drop again. And this is a big problem. 34, he's going to be regressing. He will be injured at some point in time. And Ike Butker is not ready to pick up the reins here at left guard. So this is something that we'll have to address. At center, we only have Mitch Morris. He's 30, 80 rated. Very solid center, of course. We're fully appreciating that. 11th ranked center in the league. But he's 30, and he will be regressing at some point in time. Plus, he's quite expensive. So definitely something to ponder upon. Ryan Bates, 25 years old, 71. Not the greatest right guard. Behind him, Greg Van Roten. But then again, Ryan Bates, he will be able to develop. He's got a normal depth rate. Let's hope that doesn't hinder him too much. Decent player here. Right tackle, David Questenberry, 32-74 rated. That is a problem. Behind him, Spencer Brown. That's okay-ish. And then we've got Bobby Hart, 28 and 64. That is not great. So definitely a situation here in the offensive line because we need protection for Josh Allen. Left side is okay for the moment. Center is okay for the moment. And then at right guard and right tackle, we do have the younger players who we can move up, and that's what I'm going to do. But nevertheless, this is going to be tricky. On defense, this is where things look slightly better. We've got Greg Rousseau, a fantastic left edge, really like him a lot. Shaq Lawson, Carlos Basham Jr., super solid room, really liking this one here. At the right edge, we've got Von Miller, superstar X Factor. He was with the Rams, then he joined the Bills after the Super Bowl, and he's just so dangerous. I mean, he's just so super dangerous. But again, 33-92, and then we've got AJ Epinesa as the next coming up right edge. I mean, we've got the solution here, so that's good, but it's still going to be a drop in overalls. D-tackle, we've got Ed Oliver, that is fantastic. Jordan Phillips, also looking quite solid. Daquan Jones, these two a little on the older side. Tim Settle, happy with him. And Brandon Bryant is, sort of the runt of this. Then we've got left outside linebacker Terrell Bernard, 23 years old, a rookie, 68 rated. This is a problem. Tyler Matakevich, same thing, 66. This is not starting quality. And Terrell Bernard is a normal depth hit, so he will be improving quite slowly. We will give him some time to improve, but I think we'll have to act at some point in time. Tremaine Edmonds, mid linebacker, behind him Balin Spector. I can work with this. Tyrell Dodson, same thing. Doesn't really matter. Tremaine Edmonds is a beast and is fantastic. Right outside linebacker is Matt Milano, 28 years old, 86, also good. Andre Smith Jr., 25, 66 rated. Cornerback, Dreddeus White, currently injured. This is a bummer. But 39 weeks, this is going to take him out of the game for the most part. He's the third best cornerback in the game. So that is an asset. The injury is sort of not making me all too happy. But we've got Taron Johnson. We've got Kaiir Elam, who I value very highly. He's a rookie with a hidden depth trait. Fantastic stuff. Then we've got Dane Jackson. We've got Christian Benford, Cyril Neal, Cam Lewis. Not great. Free safety Micah Hyde injured. So that is the starting free safety. He's injured. Fractured hip, 20 weeks. That's terrible. We've got Jaquan Johnson behind him. Should be serviceable, but to be honest, 68. Not even going to think of him as a starter. Jordan Poyer at strong safety. That is good. He's a fantastic player. He's a superstar, but he's 31 years old. So again, not a player for the future. Damar Hamlin behind him, not yet up to scratch. Kicker is Tyler Bass. That is good. Sam Martin is the punter. That is adequate, I would say. We do have quite a few draft picks, so that works for me. All right, at the end of the 2022 season, we can see that we made it into the wildcard round. We're going to be playing the Denver Broncos, led by Russell Wilson. We finished 11-6, which is actually better than a lot of the results that I have seen over the course of franchise rebuilds here. Usually the Bills are pretty bad. Let's take a look at the current setup. Not a lot has changed here. Looking at the situation here in the offense on defense, it's the same thing. It does look like we have an injury for Tremaine Edmonds for one more week. All right, that is not helpful, but it's not terrible. He will be back. Apart from that, I think we are ready to go. Shouldn't be any problems here. All right, that's said and done. We're gonna head into the games. I will be saving these games in the game engine. All right, here we go. Game is underway, and Denver first on the board. Again on the board, 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Well, that was quite quick. 14-6. The Bills striking back here. 21-9, 28-9. Oh my lord. Right, can we turn this game around in the third quarter? Come on, guys. Tyler Bass, no, 35-16. This is looking like a pretty clear-cut affair. Next quarter, let's see what the fourth quarter has in store for us. 38 versus 16 and 38-24, and that is the end of the game. That is the end of the wildcard game against the Denver Broncos. And Coach Dreddeus has to be frustrated with this result, finishing the playoff season early. time for a quick season recap, and would you look at that one? The Miami Dolphins won. They won the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jerome Baker, the Super Bowl MVP. The MVP for the Bills, overall NFL MVP, is Josh Allen. Coach of the Year, Nick Sirianni. Nick Chubb, Offensive Player of the Year for the Browns. Roquan Smith, Defensive Player of the Year for the Bears. Romeo Doubs, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Defensive Rookie, Sauce Gardner. Usually it's Aiden Hutchinson, but all right, I'll take Sauce Gardner as well. All right, so here we go. Time for player negotiations. And I want to show you two things. First thing is, take a look at the top right corner. You can see the cap room, 35 mil. All right, now let's just keep this mental image. And I'm just going to show you all of the players that we need to re-sign because their contracts are ending right now. And this is really sort of an explanation here. What is going wrong here? 24 players need to renegotiate their contracts. That is a bunch of players. That is a bunch of players. We've got Case Keenum, the quarterback. I will not be re-signing him. We have Devin Singletary, who is our starting running back. All right, so he's super important for me. James Cook is good as well, but I would like to keep Devin Singletary around. What do we do here? His impact isn't as terrible, actually. We're going to go with a slightly improved offer here. I don't really want to go overboard. All right, he's not interested in signing. That is not good. All right, next up, let's take a look here. Fullback, all right, not important. Wide receivers, Isaiah McKenzie wants to leave. Jameson Crowder wants to leave. Jake Coomer wants to leave. All right, these three, I'm going to let them leave. 28, 30, and 31. Definitely not want to re-sign those. Tight end, Tommy Sweeney, I'm going to let him go as well. Next up, left tackle, nobody. Left guard, we've got Ike Butker, and I've got Justin Murray. I'm going to let both of these guys go. I'm going to go with Roger Saffold, the third. That works for me. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna have to find a replacement for these two backups here. I just hope that Roger Saffold is going to be fit again. At center, no players ready to re-sign. That is good. At right guard, nobody ready to re-sign. Right tackle, we've got Bobby Hart, who is my only right tackle at the moment. I'm going to let him go. 29 years old, 63. We need a replacement there. Left edge, Shaq Lawson, he's a backup. Gonna let him go. Nobody at right edge, so Von Miller's gonna stay on. That is fantastic. Jordan Phillips, 30 years old. Brandon Bryant, both D tackles. Gonna let him go. I'm not looking forward to re-sign them. Tyler Matakevich, I'm gonna let him go. He's only the backup, 30 years old, 65 overall. Yeah, no thanks. The mid linebackers, this is a tricky one. I definitely want to keep Tremaine Edmonds. He is such a nasty mid linebacker player. I will give him a super friendly deal and just hope that he accepts it. 6-year deal. All right, he's not interested. Oh man, that hurts. That really hurts. He's one of those players that I really wanted to keep around here. What if we franchise tagged him? 18 mil. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one. What about Tyrell Dodson? He's 25 and 64. I can get cheaper players, but I just need players for the depth here. Gonna give him a 3-year deal. All right, he also wants to test out free agency. What the Jesus is going on here? Right outside linebacker, Andre Smith Jr. He's the backup for Matt Milano. I think I will be letting him go. At corner, we've got Dane Jackson and Cam Lewis. Both are 26. I'm going to let him go. We can find better replacements. Jaquan Johnson, same thing. I mean, he's my starting free safety, but I mean, at 69 and 27, I have no real need to hold on to him. That doesn't have to be. Strong safety, Jordan Poyer. This is a little bit of a question because I would like to keep him. On the other hand, it's just a little bit too much money for my liking, right? It's around 8 mil per year. I'm not feeling this one at all. So we are going to let go of a lot of players. We don't have that much cap space, so we will really have to work well in free agency. We've got 3 corners. We're moving them onto the Ravens. We're receiving right guard Ben Cleveland and Josh Ross, a mid linebacker. All right, let's do a quick free agency recap. Guys, the first free agent that we signed was Evan Engram. I wanted to bolster that tight end room a little bit more. I think that he's a good addition to Dawson Knox, so that should work well. Taylor Rapp is going to be the new strong safety. Long-term deal for him, 6 years for the 25-year-old. We signed middle linebacker Rashaan Evans. I know that this is not the same quality as Tremaine Edmonds is, but we're going to be bringing in a rookie as well, I feel like. So I think that should work well. Then only 3 years for the 27-year-old. Shane Jimenez, same thing. He was the best free agent to be had that wanted to join. 26 years old, 3 years. Think that should work well. And finally, Jordan Love as a backup quarterback for Josh Allen. He's 67 rated, 24 years old. Room to grow right there. So looking quite confident there. Draft recap now. First round pick was Cooper Beebe, a left guard with a hidden depth rate, 75 rated, the rookie out of Kansas State. Looking pretty good, especially on the strength impact blocking lead block. I'm thinking of maybe using him as my starter. Then I just went for offensive line players. 24-year-old rookie out of Tennessee, Darnell Wright, 72 overall, 6'6", 335 pounds. Hidden depth rate, again, looking pretty good actually already at the start of his career. Greg Barrett, rookie out of UCF, right tackle, 68 rated, normal depth rate. Strength is good, pass block power, pass block finesse, lead block, and awareness. So far, so good. Then we've got Dean Harrington, normal depth rate, 62 rated, rookie out of Illinois, left tackle. Strength is good, lead block, impact blocking. I just went for a lot of offensive line players because we just needed more of those. Cam Sutton, 61 rated, normal depth rate, rookie out of Alabama. A little bit of a disappointment. I was hoping for a better rating here, but yeah, he will just be going to that room and working alongside the older players. 66 rated, Carlos Amos, 23-year-old rookie out of Oregon. Looking well-rounded, especially tackle hit power are looking good. Pursuit also, that works well alongside speed and acceleration. So that is good, but definitely more of a backup player. And finally, I went for Will Fields in the UDFA. 22-year-old rookie, 60 rated, normal depth rate. Strength is good, lead block, impact blocking, all of those work for me. Now let's take a look at how we will incorporate these players into the team. First deal of the ongoing season before we start is we're trading Mitch Morse for Lloyd Cushenberry along with the 5th round pick to the Broncos. We just need a little bit of a more long-term solution at center. Another deal done. We're sending Roger Saffold III to the Cowboys along with the 7th round pick, and Emil Ekiyor Jr. will be becoming a Bill in the process. Before kicking off the 2023 regular season, we're going to be taking a look at the squad quickly, taking a look at the lineup, where we stand at the moment. We did change the face of the offense quite a bit in off-season. We brought in 2 draft picks, that was Wright and Beebe, and then we also brought in Emil Ekiyor Jr. Those were the trades that you just saw, or that was a draft pick that I did. We brought in Lloyd Cushenberry III as our future center. We still have Dion Dawkins on the left side. He's the oldest player now on this offensive line, but that doesn't matter too much. Nothing versus age. It's just too many old players means that you're going to have a problem pretty quickly, so then you need to address that directly. We've got Dawson Knox, Evan Engram here at tight end. That is fantastic. The wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, looking very solid. We also have Schwartz, who I brought in free agency. He's a super fast player. He's only a normal depth rate, but super fast. Khalil Shakir also looking quite good here. We still have Allen. We have Zach Moss here as our heading running back. We've got Jones and we've got Burdell here. I was thinking of maybe bringing in another player, but because we've got an injury for Cook, but in 15 weeks he will be back. Let's see what Zach Moss can pull off. On defense, things aren't looking as well-rounded, I would say, but we can work with this. Left outside linebacker, O'Shane Jimenez, I think we can work with this. He's the weak spot in quotation marks, if you want to put it that way. We've got Evans here at the mid linebacker position, Matt Milano right outside linebacker, that works well. I've got Micah Hyde at free safety, Taylor Rapp, strong safety. Dreddeus White is back at corner. This is definitely our best room. Dreddeus White, then Taron Johnson. And then over here, we've got Kaiir Elam, who's fantastic as well. So for the future, we're set here. Von Miller, we've got Ed Oliver. I put AJ Epinesa here. He's usually behind Miller, but I think that he will work well as a D-tackle. And Greg Rousseau at left edge. That is fantastic. Then we've got the special teams. We've got Pinion and Bass. Not too crazy about these, especially not Pinion. Bass is fine. We've got the specialists here, and we've got the practice squad half full. I will be filling this with players to sort of develop over the course of the season. And yeah, with that said, we're going to kick it off and see you at the end of the season. All right, at the end of the 2023 season, we are 13-4. Topping the AFC East, above the Dolphins, who we're going to be playing in this wildcard matchup now. Yeah, it's going to be us against the Miami Dolphins, the Chiefs against the Broncos, the Jags against the Chargers. The Steelers are already in the divisional playoff here. On the other side, the Cardinals managed to get into the divisional playoff. Packers versus Falcons, Bucks versus Eagles, and Cowboys versus the Saints. We're going to be taking a quick look at the team now before I spend all of those lovely staff points. And then we're going to be off into the game. I'm going to be simming the game again, as always. We've got a lot of dev traits revealed. Beeb, Ekio Jr. and Wright are all revealed all-star dev traits, looking very, very good. We've got Cook back. We've got Zach Moss back. Looking very, very solid. Knox and Ingram, a very tough tight end duo. What is it looking like on defense? Jimenez slowly improving, but not really enough to be satisfying. What's with Epinesa? I want him up here as the D-tackle. So this should be the setup. We've got Von Miller here at the right edge position. Everybody seems to be fit, which is super important for me. Rashaan Evans, player that sort of holding the spot down here, but definitely not the player that's going to be here in the final iteration of this team. On special teams, things are looking unchanged. What about the practice squad? Do we have any interesting things happening here? I did put the player like Melifonwu in here, for instance. I found him in the free agents pool. Same thing, Brandon Stevens. Robert Rochelle was there. Graham Jr. was there. I found Hainsey. I just thought, you know, why not just bring them back? Never know what's going to happen and when you're going to need those players. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to be spending the staff points and then we're going to be in the game. I can't really wait to get going in this playoff. All right, here we go. Game is underway and the Miami Dolphins first on the board here at the end of the first quarter. Next up, who's going to be winning? This is going to be tight. Miami 12, Buffalo 17 now. What a turnaround here in the second quarter. What is the third quarter going to bring? Buffalo on the board 20-12, 27-12. Right, this is looking like a very clear-cut game. 30-12, yes, this is it. 37-12. This game is truly decided against the reigning Super Bowl champion. Out of all teams, just look at the Dolphins. They really look like they had a terrible, terrible, terrible game. And with that said, 37-19. Well done, guys. Next game will be the divisional playoff now against the Kansas City Chiefs in the lower bracket. Second ranked versus third ranked. And above, it's going to be Steelers versus Jags. Over here, Cardinals versus Eagles and Packers versus Cowboys. This is a tough matchup. Maybe the toughest that we could have gotten. I mean, the Steelers look dangerous as well. But yeah, I mean, all I'm interested in is, do we have injuries at the moment? Doesn't look like it, which means that we are ready to head into the game. All right, the game is underway and the Bills immediately on the board here. 7-0 in the first quarter. Let's see what the second quarter will bring. It's 10-0 versus the Chiefs, 17-0 versus the Chiefs. All right, what's up with Patrick Mahomes at the moment? 17-7 as we head into halftime. Let's see the second half now underway. 17-7, 17-14. All right, here he is. 17-14 heading into the final quarter. We will, of course, slow things down a little bit here to follow along with the action a little better. Marcus Valdes-Scantling with a good reception here. Incomplete pass by Patrick Mahomes. 3rd and 4. Knocked away by Kaiir Elam. Well done. 4th and 4. That's a field goal. 17 and 17. That's the tie. Harrison Butker kicking that one off. Joe Reed with 27-yard kick return. 1st and 10. James Cook with a rush. 2nd and 7. James Cook with a 1-yard rush. Well, that is not a lot. 3rd and 7. 29-yard reception by Gabe Davis. That's what I'm talking about. 2 yards for Cook. An incomplete pass here by Josh Allen. 16-yard reception again by Gabe Davis. That is fantastic. Stephon Diggs, 21 yards. 1st and goal. 2-yard rush by Josh Allen. And 23 and 17. They go for the extra point. 24 and 17. Can we hold them off now? 2 minutes 51. Braxton Berrios fields the kick here for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's an interesting pickup, by the way. Patrick Mahomes, 2nd and 10. Nelson Aguilar, reception here. Pass knocked away by Matt Milano. That was important. 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 now by the Buffalo Bills. 4-yard reception. Injury for Matt Milano. That is not good. Missing our right outside linebacker. O'Shane Jimenez here with a penalty. 7-yard rush. Darrell Henderson Jr. 1st and 10. 7-yard rush again. 2nd and 3. 4-yard rush. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Come on, guys. Can we hold them? It's 2-yard rush. 2nd and goal with on the 1-yard line. Yeah, no, there's no way that we're going to hold them here. 24 and 24. 1 minute 36 to be played. 72-yard kick here. Joe Reed fields a touchback. We start at the 25. 4-yard reception for James Cook. 2nd and 6. 13-yard reception for Evan Engram. Well done, man. Josh Allen has to throw the ball away. 2nd and 10 here. Another incomplete pass. That is not good. Come on, guys. I want to see a good reception now. 4th and 10. That has to be punted away by Bradley Pinion. That is weird. Maybe a pass would have worked here. All right, that's a penalty. Pass dropped by Sky Moore. That's a sack by Greg Rousseau and Patrick Mahomes. Penalty, 5-yard penalty against the defense. 3rd and 16, 1-yard rush. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 4th and 14, that has to be a punt. 52 seconds on the clock now. 1st and 10. 4-yard rush, we're starting from way back. Another 4-yard rush, that has to be 3rd and 2. There we go. Brian Cook, a penalty. Ooh, 1st and 10, all right. 28 seconds to go. 2nd and 8, 13-yard reception. Oh, come on, guys. 14-yard reception, 1 second to be played, and this is going to be overtime. Wow. All right. We're going to keep it at this speed. At the moment, Isaiah Pacheco fields for a touchback here. 26-yard reception. Nelson Aguilar. 7-yard rush by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 2nd and 3 as the Chiefs are steadily making progress. But this is a rush here by Pacheco and a punt. With a punt return, Joshua Williams. Let's see. 1st and 10. 4-yard rush by Zach Moss. 2nd and 6 here by James Cook. 6 yards. That works well. 1st down. 3-yard rush. James Cook. Only a lot of run plays at the moment. I'd like to see a reception, guys. Come on. Let's not sleep on this. On the other hand, maybe they're playing it safe, or the defense is just really nagging them. Stephon Diggs here. 4-yard reception. Another 4-yard reception. 4th and 2. Can we go for a sensible pass play? They're going to punt it. Dudes, why? All right, 1st and 10, 2-yard rush, Isaiah Pacheco. This is really going back and forth here. Nelson Aguilar, 4-yard reception, 3rd and 1, incomplete pass. 4th and 1, again a punt, 2 minutes and 7. Fair catch by Stephon Diggs, 1 minute 56. Are we going to win this, or is this going to be a tie? What happens if there's a tie to playoff? You just play until one team gets the first score, right? Gabe Davis, 12-yard reception. James Cook, 7-yard rush here, 2nd and 3, -3. Ooh, that's not good. 3rd and 6, 5-yard rush. It's 4th and 1, guys. All right, what is this? Is this going to be the field goal? It does look like the Bills won the game, 27-24. All right, fantastic, well done. All right, here we are after this tight win against the Kansas City Chiefs. We're now going to be facing the Jacksonville Jaguars, who seemingly beat the Steelers up here. This is the divisional championship game. On the other side, it's the Cardinals versus the Packers. That's an unlikely pairing, but okay. Let's see. Who will make it to the Super Bowl? Let's hope that we are in the mix here. Out of the two teams, I don't know who I would prefer. I just want to win this game now. So we're going to start straight into this game, guys. All right, here we are. Buffalo Bills first on the board. 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. 10-0 in the second quarter. Jacksonville not really getting into the flow of the game. 17-0 at the end of the second quarter. Here we go. Is this the return now? Yeah, 17-7 heading into the final quarter. And again, didn't want to press that one. Always pressing a little bit too soon. This is what I wanted to go for. There we go. All right, 24-7. Let's just take a look at this a little bit slower here. 3rd and 10. -2-yard rush by Zach Moss. 4th and 12. 42-yard punt by Bradley Pinion here. Jamal Agnew returns for 5 yards. 1st and 10. 40-yard reception. Snoop Connor. 2nd and 6 here. Christian Kirk drops a pass. Ooh. 3rd and 6. 10-yard reception now by Christian Kirk. 1st and 10. Trevor Lawrence. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. 28-yard reception by Zach Pascal. Jesus Christ. 1st and 10. A sack on Trevor Lawrence by Tim Settle. All right. Going to use that. Zay Flowers. 28-yard reception. Incomplete pass. 11 seconds to go. And this has to be the game, right? 3rd and 3. 15-yard reception. And there we go. All right. The Buffalo Bills win this game versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And yeah, in a convincing fashion, 24-7. Very well done. This pushes us through to the Super Bowl, guys. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and we're going to be playing in sunny Las Vegas against the Green Bay Packers, who beat the Arizona Cardinals 26-21. We managed to beat the Jags in a very convincing fashion, actually, 24-7. So that was a very good performance by our team. I've already upgraded the players here. We're just going to check the lineup very quickly here. We're looking very solid across the board here. The offensive line, pretty happy with this here. Dawson Knox and Evan Engram, two very, very good tight ends. That looks fine to me. What about defense? Do we have any problems? Matt Milano, Ed Oliver went up to a superstar depth trade. That is great. Kaiir Elam went up to a superstar depth trade. I'm going to put him at the CB2 position just because we can afford to do that. Jimenez went up to a star depth trade. That is fantastic, guys. A lot of improvements here. Do we have any surprises here with the specialists? Nope. Practice squad has been disabled since it's the Super Bowl. And yeah, I mean, with all of that said, guys, we're just going to head into the game. I mean, nothing else to do. Let's see if we can pull off a big surprise against the Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl is underway, and the Buffalo Bills are on the board first, 7-0, 7-7. The Packers strike back within the first quarter. Now it's time to look at the second quarter. Here we go, 14-7, still 17-7 for the Bills. That was important, getting that extra edge, 20-7. Not really getting touchdowns done, but at least field goals are happening. That is important. Just keep the flow going. 23-7, 23-15, 26-15, and now we're heading into the final quarter of the game. Here we go. We're steadily underway, going pretty fast. I have to say, I've got to slow things down here. Brandon McManus with a field goal, 26-15, or at least with the attempt. There we go. James Cook, -1 on the rush. 2nd and 6, again losing yards here. James Cook, 3rd and 7, and again, only 1 yard on the gain. 4th and 6, that is a punt by Bradley Pinion. Taron Johnson with the return. 1st and 10 here. Aaron Jones, 2-yard rush. 2nd and 8, 91-yard rush. Jesus Christ, 26. Oh, and they went for the 2-point conversion. All right. Let's see what happens here. 1:13 to be played. 3 points are in this. James Cook again losing yards. Guys, can we please wake up? 3-yard rush. 3rd and 9. Incomplete pass by Josh Allen. 4th and 9. Touchback. Bradley Pinion punts the ball for a touchback. 1st and 10. 26-yard reception to Alan Lazard. Will Aaron Rodgers turn this around? Incomplete pass here. Please no. All right. Another incomplete pass. 4th and 10, incomplete pass. All right, nothing happening. 1st and 10, Josh Allen kneels. Oh, ooh, guys, that was super close. That was actually pretty tense. as the Buffalo Bills do win the Super Bowl here in a mighty close fashion, I have to say. Way closer than I would have liked. Way closer than I would have liked to see that. But yeah, we're just going to take that on board as it is. Josh Allen being congratulated by Aaron Rodgers here. Aaron Rodgers, I bet he's going to be the MVP. Wow, guys. Lombardi Trophy being carried onto the field here. The players looking at the trophy. Everybody's on the podium already celebrating. Josh Allen takes the trophy here. Connects to Coach Dreddeus. That's Dawson Knox, the tight end. And here we go. Here he pumps it. What a beautiful image. Guys, well, this is where I'm going to end this quick and dirty rebuild. We've achieved the target. We have won the Super Bowl. We've won the Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers in a super tight fashion, although there were parts of the game that looked like a very convincing victory, but then it turned out to be quite the struggle. So that was actually pretty tough. I'm super happy. Again, most of these rebuilds take around the 3 seasons. It's always the first season, sometimes it's just a complete disaster. Sometimes it ends in a playoff. Sometimes it ends in a Super Bowl game like it did with the Buccaneers. That was interesting. The second season mostly is a rebuild season, and then the final season is the third season mostly is the final season because the team starts to click really well. I mean, we started with a major advantage. We had Josh Allen, already superstar X Factor. We had a fantastic wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, same thing. So really starting from a great spot. And I mean, I never expected Anthony Schwartz to be this good, but he's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. He's so quick, and he really improved so quickly. I think he was +9 within a season. The team as it stands now is very solid, and I would really say that this team would work like this for another 1 or 2 seasons. Then of course there would need it would need improvements. That much is for sure. It's a very solid team at the moment. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I sure did. The Buffalo Bills were a nice change of pace for once, having a fantastic quarterback from the get-go. That's always nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. If you did, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me so much. And as always, thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time.